Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. John Curtice, Professor Sir John Curtice, to give him his full title, has suggested that neither Labour nor the SNP want an early Holyrood election. He's saying an election for now would damage both parties. The SNP already unpopular because everything is failing, and Labour already unpopular because everything is failing. And so what does that mean? Well, it means that it's very unlikely any party will get even close to a majority. It will probably have to be a three-party coalition in order to form any government, and any three-party coalition would most likely have to include reform. Labour have said they would willingly work with Reform. Reform have said they'd willingly work with anyone if it meant getting rid of the SNP. So, which way to go? Seems unlikely that the SNP will be able to count on the Greens, but even if they did, they still wouldn't have a majority. Even though Labour support is falling, people are not going from Labour to the SNP. They're going Labour to Lib Dem, to Green, to anyone. However, it's also surmised that any kind of, well, because it's PR, it's hard to say exactly, but Curtice reckons that the Greens may only end up with one or two MSPs and certainly not be any kind of threat to anyone. But Reform would be the big winners, holding on to maybe 10 to 15 seats. Holding on is a strong word. They haven't got any. Gaining 10 to 15 seats, to put it accurately. At that point, they become a big player in Scotland. Certainly enough to go in on a three-party coalition and oust the SNP, which of course would make life better for everyone. And being part of a coalition, of course, it means you can't have the mad policies that Labour seem intent on pushing through. So sensible policies only that they know they can get through because everyone's going to agree. Marvellous, isn't it? But that's how these things works. Now, whether it's a formal coalition or whether it's just a supply and demand base, on each and every vote, let's have this one, we'll give you that one, that sort of thing. That seems more likely. But either way, it does mean that politics in Scotland is going to take a very strange twist. And certainly you're not going to see the confrontational one against one that it has been hitherto. 25 years of basically Holyrood's strange politics coming to an end, and a much more realistic, sensible policy, because obviously the extremism can't get confirmed. That way, things may well change for the better. Who knows? Not me. Somebody. Can't read the tea leaves on this one. Very difficult and still 18 months out. But as we get nearer and the figures shape up and the polls become more accurate, I think we'll all see. Thanks very much. Bye.